I am Images Frozen in Time Photography. Today I'd like to actually share with you my photography adventure at Dragoncon. I say adventure, a lot of times you might hear not adventure but photography adventure, but you'll hear photography opportunity or photo op. That's what people popularly say in place of photography adventure. It's just my little saying for myself. It makes it a little bit more fun. Well, before I even talk about my photography adventure at Dragoncon, I actually want to talk a little bit about my philosophy on photography adventures, why I like to do them. Well, there's two reasons why I like to do photography adventures. The first thing is that it helps me to learn about my craft, to sharpen my skills. And also, in this particular case, Dragoncon was a great opportunity for me to learn about my equipment, because I got a brand new, it was brand new to me, Nikon D300. Great camera, great camera. I'm a Nikon girl myself. There's nothing wrong with Canon or any of the other cameras. I just prefer Nikon. But you don't have to have a Nikon to shoot and enjoy and learn. You can have simply a little point and shoot, a little digital point and shoot, which is what I have and I take with me. This is my little Panasonic Lumix or Lumix. I take both with me. And photography adventures help me to learn and to learn about my equipment. It also helps me just to have fun with my camera. Because as a photographer, a professional photographer, if you don't take the opportunity to shoot other things besides what you're used to shooting or what you always shoot, you get a little rusty, or if you don't use it, they say, you lose it. And I believe that for professional photographers, it's very important for you to take advantage of photography adventures, or just take advantage of shooting other things besides what you normally shoot. Now, I've been shooting a lot of portraits lately, babies, couples, and those kind of things, individuals. I shoot everything. I believe personally as a professional photographer, and my way of shooting is, you name it, I shoot it. And that's what I do. But here recently I've just been doing a lot of portraits, so this took me out of my norm, shooting Dragoncon, which was great. Like I said, it helps me to sharpen my skills. Now, if you don't know what Dragoncon is, basically Dragoncon is a large multimedia pop culture convention that's focused on science fiction, fantasy, gaming, comics, literature, art, music, film. It seems to encompass a lot of things. And again, that was a great opportunity for me to shoot and to take advantage of, again, learning and just having fun. It was just a fun atmosphere. It was full of workshops and superstar guests. One of the superstar guests was Lou Ferrigno, and he looks awesome for his age. I mean, he still is the Incredible Hulk in my mind. But like I said, superstar guests, art shows, exhibits, and so much more. So it was just so much fun involved in a weekend. I want to also talk about a little bit about how I prepare for my for going on a photo adventure. One of the first things that I do on any photo adventure, whether it be Dragoncon or anything that I go on and do, is that I do some research, simple research. Now, I know when you say, or when people hear research, they think, oh God, research, oh, it means hours and days or whatever, and it doesn't necessarily mean hours and days, and a whole lot of time has to go into researching. It simply means you need to go and find out, or what I do is find out, what is this event, where is this event, what's going to be happening at this event, and this may sound strange, but can I take pictures at this event? Because in some cases, for whatever reason, some events do not allow you to photograph or to use photography. In this particular case with Dragoncon, we were able to photograph the parade. And the parade was pretty simple. It didn't mean that I had to have anything special to photograph because it was in public. And most things that happen in public, you can take pictures and photographs of. But there were a lot of things that were happening that were connected with Dragoncon that I couldn't take photos of. For instance, if I wasn't a patron, I couldn't go into some of the events that were going on. That's not to say that if I bought a ticket, I could go in and take pictures. That's not necessarily true. In some cases, you can buy a ticket, be a part of the event, and you still can't take pictures because they won't allow it. So again, you still have to find out if it's allowed or if it's not. Again, in this particular case with Dragoncon, it was a parade. It was in public, and for the most part, I wasn't a patron. I didn't buy a ticket to any of the events, so we kind of milled around outside in the street, and there were tons of people walking around dressed up in costumes and who were happy and delighted to jump in front of your camera and be shot. So it was very easy. It wasn't a whole lot of thought that had to go into oh, can we take pictures, can we can we, or is there a question of that? So that was okay. The other thing that you need to think about is when preparing, or what I do when I prepare for a photography adventure, is I think about my equipment. Now, there was actually 3 of us in this adventure. My good girlfriend and photography partner in crime, Linda, and then my husband, who is right now behind this video camera videotaping me. He was with us. Those are 3 of us together. Now, each one of us had to plan in our own way according to our equipment. And now I'm going to just speak from my point of view and what I do with concerning my equipment, because I was handling my cameras, and my husband was dealing with the video, and my girlfriend Linda was handling her camera. So with my camera, one of the things that I had to make sure that I had ready and charged were my batteries. Now, it's a horrible feeling when you're out there and you've been taking pictures, and another big event comes to you and you find out your batteries are dead. So I always make sure that my batteries are charged, and I also make sure that I bring extra batteries. As well as I always bring with me extra memory cards. My motto is it's better to have too many than to have too few. Again, the same thought with the batteries goes for the memory cards. It's a horrible feeling when the next event comes up and you've used up all your memory cards and you have no more. So make sure you have enough memory. Also, another thing to take into consideration is what kind of lighting challenges will you be faced with. Remember, photography is all about light and taking pictures with light. So you have to take that into consideration when you are doing any event. All right, for instance, what time of day is this event going to take place? Is it going to be in the middle of the day, like high noon? Here in Atlanta, Georgia, high noon means, for the most part, that the sun is going to be way up in the sky, and then there's a possibility that your pictures are going to come out a little blasted out if you don't expose right or correctly. Is the event going to take place inside, which means it's going to be dimmer? Another lighting challenge, which is how dim or how strong is the lighting going to be inside. A lot of times that means that you have to have your flash ready. Is your flash ready on your camera? Or in my particular case, I took a picture of a young man who was sitting down with a little miniature stormtrooper, which was actually a backpack, but he took it off and he put it next to him. I took advantage of the moment, and I thought it was a great opportunity to take a picture of that situation, or that what was happening. And it would have, for that particular case, it wouldn't have been great to have a flash, because it would have caught his attention and you wouldn't have gotten the feeling that I got when I first saw it. It would have changed the whole feeling or the whole makeup of that picture. So in my case, I had to know my equipment well enough to compensate for the low lighting situation. So you have to know your camera. Even with the little point and shoot, what modes are on your point and shoot that allow you to shoot in low or high light? What do you know your camera? That's simply put it. And to prepare for it, better prepared, you're better able to take those pictures that can wow your friends. The other thing that I think about is, what am I going to use these pictures for? And that's something that you should think about. What are you going to use your pictures for? It's great that you can go to an event and take hundreds of thousands of pictures, especially now that, you know, with film, it used to be so expensive to buy film. Yes, I'm dating myself. I'm sorry. But, and yes, I'm that old. Thank you very much. But in any case, with digital, it's so easy to fill up a memory card with 1,000+ pictures, or 100, 500, 600+ pictures. What are you going to do with those 600 pictures of a parade? Well, that's something to think about. Are you going to use it for your Flickr page? Are you going to use some of your pictures and show them on Facebook, or use them for a cover, Facebook cover? Are you going to use it for your profile picture? How are you going to use these pictures? Are you going to use it for a screensaver on your computer screen? And maybe you have never thought about these things, but these are great ways to show off your wonderful photography prowess. Anyway, so what are you going to use the pictures for? Plus, your friends are going to thank me for saying this. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend, but you may think your photography is great. And sure it is great and wonderful. But your friends don't want to see 100 pictures of the same volcano. And great, it's wonderful that you went on vacation to Hawaii, but they don't want to see 100 pictures of Hawaii. Your friends are going to be happy to see the best pictures that you walked away with, that tell the story of your vacation or your adventure that you took. So for me, it may mean 20 pictures, but I'd be happy with, and I think of it this way, I'd rather have my friends see my 5 best pictures that speak towards the event and go, wow, rather than seeing 100 pictures that speak to the event and saying, oh my God, that's too many pictures. Your friends will thank me for telling you this. Step away from the download button. Just download a few. Think more about quality than quantity. And keep it simple. I mean, you don't have to make great artistic pieces. Keep it simple and have fun. Your friends will be happy to see what you've done. And then, of course, if you only put a couple of, and you can only, for a screensaver, you can only put 1 picture for your wallpaper usually. But just put a couple of pictures out there, and you will, I guarantee you, you will wow and amaze your friends and co-workers when they see it. Well, to wrap it all up and to sum it all up, I have a great quote that I found from Bear Woods Photography, and they're here in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia area. And I think this is the best quote that sums up photography, the gift of photography, as well as just having fun with photography and sharing it. The quote goes like this. It says, get out there and enjoy the incredible world around us. Photograph it, share it. And that's what I would encourage you to do. Again, you don't have to have an expensive professional camera like this. You can have simply something like this. Get out there and have fun with your camera. Learn about photography. Learn about what you can do with photography. And again, just have fun and share it. Your friends will be amazed and thank you for it. It's the most wonderful gift you can give. Again, I'm Khrishna, and I am Images Frozen in Time Photography. Thank you for viewing.